Olive Garden is hiring.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the first HL apostrophe kitchen. For copyright reasons, we can't use the other word, so welcome to HL's kitchen. Quick ground rules. I want to welcome the contestants. We have Sandy Klein, representing the 5th floor. Rachel Shaw representing the 6th floor. And Cheryl Carter representing the 4th floor. We've let them choose a sous chef, so we have Kristen helping Cheryl, Andrew helping Rachel, and Nicole helping Sandy. So we have 2 people per station. Here's the rules real quickly. You have a basket of ingredients to pick from to create the dish that we want you to create, which is a pasta dish, okay? Can you hear me? All right, once you see the clock start, then you go and run and grab your ingredients. It's a competition, so if you have to elbow people out of the way, you could do that. If you take too much of stuff and somebody has to borrow from you, this is where we test how kind you are of a competitor. So you could do whatever you want. Now, with that said, you are going to be judged on 3 criteria: creativity, taste, and presentation. Right about halfway through, we're going to have a mystery ingredient or 3 show up. If you decide to choose or use a mystery ingredient, you will get extra points. Is the camera on me? Hello, camera. So, using an extra mystery ingredient will only help your case and increase your score. Your job is to encourage them, and the floor that wins will get a nice little treat. So, okay? All right, with that said, I'm about to hit the start button. On the count down from 3, 2, go! Cracker Jacks, anchovies, and pumpkin puree. The more you use, the more points you get.
For you today a shrimp scampi, and for an appetizer we have a stuffed olive topped with red pepper, complete with smoked salmon on top. And for your final course, your dessert, we have a pumpkin yogurt topped with Cracker Jacks and an orange to finish. I hope you enjoy.
So which of the special ingredients did you use?
We used all of them.
All
There
of them.
are
So the anchovies in the pasta.
scampi. There are Cracker Jacks and pumpkin in your dessert.
Nice.
Enjoy.
I guess getting canned pumpkin reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger, where you'd say, for this dish, or we'd say kind of like pasta la vista. But overall, I thought it was very nice. I thought the appetizer was very nice, a nice use of different ingredients. The Cracker Jacks are a nice touch on top of the dessert. For the pasta was cooked very nicely, shrimp a little overdone, but overall, I think a very good job.
I would echo Terrence's comments exactly, basically. First of all, congratulations on using all the special ingredients. It was very impressive and creative use of them. The appetizer was surprisingly good, actually. I looked at it and thought, I don't know how this is going to work, and it was really quite good and unexpected with the smoked salmon on top. Pasta was cooked absolutely perfectly, and by the way, the pasta was delicious. The shrimp was overcooked, but still tasted good, and overall, very well done. and plated nicely.
Yeah, so I think very creative on the appetizer. I think that was a great choice. I like the flavors, and that the lox on top was excellent. I thought the dessert was very good. I thought the pasta was good. I thought, you know, of the three, the pasta is probably the least special, and I thought these two were special. So very, all in all, a very good dish.
We have a pasta with bolognese sauce and a bruschetta and sort of a dessert. Well, it's not totally dessert. It's crostini with white bean sauce, and we also use the pumpkin spread and the Cracker Jacks. And we use the anchovies are in our bolognese sauce. So we also use all the
I didn't taste the anchovies in the pasta before. Did you guys? I didn't. I just didn't get them.
You know,
wrong
this is
slope.
very interesting. I'm not getting a lot of flavor from this. But I have to say,
Eat what I make.
shut up and eat it. They're gonna vote. They're gonna decide who wins. You know, 2 years ago we took a family trip to Italy. And I would have to say this is as good, if not better, than the Florence Pizza Hut that we had.
That was almost a compliment.
Not even.
That was almost a compliment.
Started off with one. It was so close.
It's very good job.
If not better, I thought it was going to be a compliment.
I think it's nicely done. I think the star of the dish is the main pasta, and the sauce is very tasty, and especially given that you didn't have a lot of time to really have it marinate and get all the flavors. I think you did an extremely good job to have a very tasty pasta in a short period of time. I will say that from a plating standpoint, you know, you've got a lot of ingredients there to kind of add extra color, and that might be something that would be helpful on the presentation side. But overall, I think a very nice job.
Again, I think we agree. I think that clearly the meat sauce was really nice, and I gave my views on the pasta already. The crostini, I think combination of it being a little soggy and none of the flavors really popped to me in those, but overall nice.
So agreed. Presentation, since that's one of the things, the other dish just presented itself better, and that's just, I think, choice of colors and things like that. The bruschetta was, I thought, the weakest part of the dish. It just was very simple, too simple for me. I actually loved the bean dish and really liked the way you cooked the pasta, and I thought the pasta and meat sauce was nice. But the bruschetta to me just didn't stand out, and that to me was the one that was the weaker of the three. But all in all, very nice job. Very good job.
I wrote down ingredients of what I wanted to make.
Okay.
So I didn't know we could have a recipe, like print it out, so I didn't. So it doesn't really have a name. I was gonna make cioppino at first, but then when I saw the pot, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to have enough stock in order for the clams and the mussels to open. So instead, I baked some chicken, so I would have chicken broth in the oven. And then I sauteed my Italian sausage, turkey sausage, with my onions and mushrooms and basil and thyme and all those other seasonings. And I put it all together, and I used a little chicken stock and thickened it up a little bit with a little roux so that the sauce would stick to the pasta better. Then I put some shrimp in there and a little crab meat just for extra flavor. Crab meat for extra flavor. And then I toasted you a piece of bread just so that you have a little crunch for some extra texture. And the chicken, little chicken pieces, are from the mystery ingredients. So I ground up the popcorn as a flour, and I took the pumpkin puree and seasoned it, and then I put that inside instead of using milk or something to crust my chicken, and then I rolled it in and I fried it.
What about the anchovies?
Oh, I put the anchovy juice and the anchovies in the pasta.
Nice.
Great. Thank you.
Does that have a name? No.
Doesn't need a name.
It's my Houlihan special.
If it's good, we'll name it after them.
Houlihan special.
Nice, a little on the dry side, but
Chicken?
tasty. Yeah.
Well, because it would
Chicken
have
is
been better
tasty.
had you have eaten it when everybody else tasted it when it first came out. But that's okay.
Fair enough.
Terrence?
Similar comment on the shrimp, just a little overcooked. Maybe it's one of those things that comes straight out of it better, but it's a little bit better.
So you like al dente shrimp?
Yeah,
Like al dente
like
shrimp.
almost like shrimp. You can cook it close to raw, pretty close to raw.
Because it'll
So it's still shiny.
cooking.
Right, so and
And then
since I
the
played it
time you
last.
guys add, you continue cooking.
But it's also the most overcooked thing that you get at a restaurant. Shrimp, I think. Everybody would.
I think next time we do this, we'll do 30 minutes instead of 60.
But it's very, very flavorful. And in
Yeah.
fact, I think you could be a professional chef. In fact, I think Olive Garden is hiring you.
So let me start on this one. So, the second pasta that we had, I'll compare it to the second pasta, I could eat as a meal. I don't think it's anywhere near as flavorful. I don't think it's as tasty as this one. This one, I think you can only have a few bites, and the taste is so strong that it's almost like this is an appetizer as opposed to a meal. Because it's very, very strong flavors and a few bites of it, and it just kind of whets your appetite. It gets your mouth going, and then you can dig into the main course. So very different, hard to judge, because I think the second one and the first one is a classic pasta meal, and you can eat the whole thing in a bowl. This would be enough for me. 4 or 5 bites, got my mouth going, ready to go. So it's hard. It's going to be hard to judge. And I like these little chicken things. I got one of these when they were hot, and they were really good. And it's creative the way you did the chicken.
Thought was plated nicely. Really well done with that. I think that
Rod.
the pasta, sorry, the pasta was less al dente and more well done, and therefore I thought could have been less done. I agree with Lindsay a lot. It's a lot of flavors. It's extremely flavorful, and it really does taste good. But it's kind of all over the map with flavors, because it feels like there's a lot thrown into it, which there is, and it's good. But I feel it leaves me wanting some flavor to stand out more than some of the others. The bread I actually thought was good. It wasn't soggy at all. I thought it was simple and perfect, and enjoyed it. And the chicken was great. I agree with that. Even cold, it was great.
I think I'm getting one of the comments. I think, I would say that I think it's very flavorful. I like flavor. I like spiciness. My general concern is for the masses, will people like it as spicy? I know people think that I eat too spicy, but I think where many people might be a little too spicy, but I like the spiciness, and I think that's one of those things that if you put together a lot of ingredients and I think it's very, very flavorful.
All right, so we have a winner. Why don't I go through the rankings individually, and then we'll do the winner at the end?
Yeah, you guys.
You want to just go? Yeah, go ahead. You got it. So starting with creativity, we gave Rachel's dish a 10 as the benchmark on creativity. I think particularly surrounding the appetizer that was put out with the salmon and the olive tapenade was extraordinary, and I think we were all skeptical about the flavors, and they turned out to be very good. We gave a 7 to Cheryl's dish and an 8 to Sandy's dish. Pretty close in terms of creativity, neck and neck on that scale, but a step down from Rachel's. On presentation, we also gave a 10 to Rachel's dish. We thought a nice use of colors, presented very well. For Cheryl's dish, we gave a 9. I think the parsley was a nice touch in terms of bringing out some color on the plate. We gave an 8 to Sandy's dish, a little bit more monotone on the appearance on Sandy's dish, but again, reasonable neck and neck between Cheryl and Sandy. For taste, also good.
And some of that because of the bread.
Taste, also a 10 to Rachel. Again, the flavors and the taste of that dish we just thought were extraordinary relative to the others. And again, very close in the other two, both get an 8 for taste between Cheryl's and Sandy's dish. And then just because you guys all did a great job, and we would eat any of those dishes for dinner and be happy, everybody gets a bonus of 5.
And everybody used all the extra
And everybody used the extra ingredients. So when you add them together, Rachel's came in first place with a 35, and we actually have a tie for second place at 29 and 29.
without setting a kitchen on fire, which is great.
I cook the way I cook.
Well, our little stove didn't work for about the first 10 minutes, so that was a little bit of a handicap.
Rachel used all the shrimp and then overcooked them. Go figure.
We're gonna go
We're gonna go to Master of the Ocean Club, and we're gonna drink, and we're gonna have some really great food.
Gee, you're nagging me. Watch the time. Watch the time.
Great fun. Yeah, it was really great fun.